Hi everyone, come on in, say hello. Let me know if you're catching it live or if you're watching it on replay. Whew, let's give these cards a shuffle. I hope you guys are having a wonderful August. This August though, whew, it's going a little fast. It's going a little fast. And I know, actually, I listened to it this morning when I was on the treadmill, the Virgo Zodiac Angel Message offering. I'm a Virgo, so I was like, oh, let's do a little replay. And the very first sentence was, Virgos, buckle up. You're in for a very fast-paced month. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, here we go. So it is absolutely amazing. I too use the offer that I have for you guys of the monthly guidance that is organized and personalized by your zodiac sign. Remember, it's not astrology. It's just a way that I can give more messages out quantity wise, but still personalize it. And I know I've been, it's only been 2 months, but I've been for all of July and all of August using my Virgos, revisiting it, listening to it, going through it, my affirmations and the journal prompts, because it's a weird August. It's weird. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this, right? If you're finding this, you're so welcome, Tanya. If you're finding this August just kind of like scratching your head, you're not alone. You're not alone. So, okay, good. I see you guys coming in. I'm going to give the cards a good shuffle. We just went through the Lionsgate energy, which was very, very powerful. I could see myself reacting to it energetically. I could see my children. I could see the dogs. Like everything just feels turned up, I think, this month. So I'm excited to see what these cards have and say for us. There's been a lot of it. I know, Rosie. And I'm sure you know too, like a lot of like deal notes, a lot of clarity, a lot like I am very pleased with the momentum that I feel, but it's just weird. It's just weird. That's how I feel. That is my professional opinion. It is not how I thought it was going to go, although productivity-wise and energetically, and I can see the progress, so I'm pleased with that. But there has been a lot of WTFs. There has been a lot of, where did that come from? There has been a lot of like, that was bizarre, and then the emotions that come up with it. And so, yes, it's just a very different August. That's just, it's not bad, it's just different. It's just different. I am behind on my water today, so I'm gonna have to pound it in. Okay, let's get into these cards. I did sit with Spirit before I got on. I do have some things that I want to talk about. We'll go through the cards, and if they're not mentioned through the cards, then I'll make sure that I include it. There is, even with relationships, and I'll tell you what seems to be the common experience that has been coming in connected to relationships, is that you have your stuff coming up. You have a lot of subconscious work of revealing hurts and traumas and attachments, outdated, but it's there, that seems to be coming up. So does everybody else. So it really makes navigating relationships at this time very hot and cold. That seems to be coming into the positive. That seems to be something that is behind us. Those attachments have really lifted out. And so you're going to notice it's easier to connect with your lovers, your friends, easier for communications. Easier and more efficient is what I heard, communications. So calls and scheduling and follow-ups and making sure, the email lands where it needs to, not in your junk folder, is going to be easier for you. It's going to be less of like an uphill working against you type of energy. And so this is going to be really, really positive. This is also, especially with your closest relationships, there seems to be, wow, isn't that powerful? They told me that they showed me we're putting down our weapons and taking our armor off. So if you have been feeling like you've been in a battle, whether this is with your partner or this is with your family or this is with yourself, there seems to be more ease, more availability for connection, and less armor, less barriers between one and another. And I dare say that this level of disconnect and this level of barriers have really been with us since COVID, because it really kicked up a lot of isolation. It has kicked up a lot of anxieties, and it really hasn't gotten back, has not found its rhythm post, because it does seem like it's been one extreme emotional, intellectual issue, experience, energy after another. This is coming out into the positive. So baby after miscarriage, love after loss, healing after hurt, abundance after lack, coming out the other side of it, where there's going to be easier connection, communication, and feeling of love. Okay, so that's very good. We're into the Hermit card, and that was one of the themes that I've channeled before I got on. Solitude. Solitude this week, quiet time, peace, prioritizing peace and prioritizing contentment. Because there is a bit of overwhelm, and I'll tell you why. This week is all about recalibration. Okay? You went through a huge purge starting in July, very much condensed over the last 10 days. And so starting out with material purging, but the last 10 days have been very emotional. You may have experienced seeing with clear eyes, and that can come with some hurt. That can come with some disappointment, and that certainly can come with grief, right? When we come to terms that this is who they are and they are not going to change, or this is how it's always going to be, I'm the one that's going to have to leave or make the change, or there is this level of acceptance and grief and disappointment that comes along with the gift of clarity. And so replenishing your sleep over the last 10 days, sleep has not been very consistent in all of the energy that has been lost during this build up to the portal and then the come down. And so you're going to spend this week replenishing, recalibrating, coming out with this new foundation and this new baseline, which is thrilling to me. So your baseline may have been, toxic ego triggers. That's what got cleared out. So your baseline coming out the other side of this week is going to be more harmonious. It's going to be more peace-centered. It's going to be more contentment. It's going to reflect everything that you have learned over the last 8 years. And so you just literally changed your default setting. That's why you're so tired. That's why you're a little buzzy, maybe a little weepy, maybe a little anxious, feeling a little untethered, ungrounded, because a whole lot just has happened energetically. And so wanting to give yourself that replenishment time, wanting to give yourself that solitude, because you're pouring back into you. So we just cleared out, right? Think about it. We cleared out, so now we're filling it with love. Okay, now we're going to fill it with love, and that's going to come in through rest. That's going to come in through kind words. That's going to come in with being gentle. Okay? Very, very important at this time. You may be feeling this week as well just a little down in the dumps, because you're replenishing your energy, which means that you're lacking energy, which then sometimes can spur low vibration thoughts, ideas, actions. And so there's very much these down in the dumps, can only see the glass half empty, not feeling very prosperous or abundant. This is an illusion. That's not true. You are refilling your cup, therefore raising your vibration. And so if your brain wants to tell you all of these lies today or this week of, you know, nothing's ever going to happen for you, this is as good as it gets, you missed your opportunity, you're going to be alone forever, what's the point? Respectfully, tell it to shut the up, because it's lying. It's lying. This week is about filling yourself with love and raising your vibration. So I'm not surprised seeing these cards. So if you are the one that's feeling this or having these dialogues, just tell your brain, go, I don't believe you. Let's see what you say next week, because it's going to be very different. Okay? We do it the moon card, which is saying, listen to your soul. Listen to your soul. Listen to your intuition. Unnecessary worry. Unnecessary worry. Okay? Let go of those fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. We have a very powerful solar eclipse on Wednesday the 12th. And this is a supercharged cosmic reset. So this week is all about resetting. Resetting your mind, resetting your dialogue, resetting what you want. It's all about going inward and confronting those feelings, those thoughts, those ideas, those belief systems. We've been talking about it for weeks. We're purging it out. We're purging it out. Well, it's amplified tenfold this week with the eclipse midweek. Okay? So keep this in mind. It is a gateway to strip away outdated roles, outdated belief systems. Remember earlier in the video when I said you have now created a new default, a new foundation, okay? We're clearing it out. It's like we've created and now we have to take this junk pile and bring it to the dump, right? We're just clearing it out this week. And so keep this in mind. There is no need for you to be hard on yourself when the negativity comes up. You know it's happening, okay? So go, oh, there it is. Let me replace that with positive affirmations. Let me stop that thought pattern in its step. Stop. Nope, I'm not thinking this thought. Nope, I don't believe you. We think thousands of thoughts a day. Doesn't mean they're all right. You know, they can be spurred by so many outside factors. Drop into your chest, drop into your body. Your body will not lie to you. Okay? And so again, this week is all about turning the light on. Turning the light on to your authentic self, desires and wants. Stripping away belief systems that no longer serve you. Clearing out hurts and traumas that you have spent years and years and years feeling, in processing and healing. There is quite the purge and quite the clarity. Again, creating a whole new default. And I don't know about you, but that excites me so much. Because we all have experienced at times when, especially if you've been doing healing work, where you're doing so good, right? You're chugging along and you're so proud of yourself. And then you fall back into, you know, a belief system or a thought pattern or an action, a trigger that you haven't had in 2-3 years, and then you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not progressing, right? You just move that, we move that up. So the next time you're triggered, it's not going to be those past. It's going to be more of a from here on, right? And so it's already at an advanced level. It's already at a more healed space, which it makes my chest flutter. And so, yeah, you're going to be tired. Yeah, that will probably mess your sleep a little bit. That will probably make you feel a little off. And so have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for yourself. Take this week for solitude. This is creating opportunity for you to hear your soul. Your mind may be very loud, and it may have already been very loud over the last 4 days. So some of you may be on the down, some of you may be on the increase with that mental mind. Put on some meditation music. Get off the devices. That is only going to amplify it when you have a monkey brain happening. You want calm. You want slow. You want nature and grounding. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself earth-bound foods, root vegetables, right? Something that has, I always say, that has touched the earth, that the sun has touched, real food, okay? And have this understanding. The understanding that is brought through people like me, or through people who share work and messages like I do, is not for you to then control everything. It is for you to go, oh, yeah, I'm experienced, but Ange said that. Okay, now I feel more confident giving myself compassion because I know that that's what is needed right now. Some of us may go, oh, I need to be compassionate, and then we go, oh, well, that's enough, or maybe I'm not doing the right thing, or maybe this wasn't the right thing to do. The guidance is always to give you the support as you navigate it, right? The guidance is not to control it, because we can't, right? Because we can't. And our brain may want to more overthink it and overanalyze it, but really what you need at this time is just love and compassion and rest and stillness. You're not going to want to feel still, but that's the answer. That's the answer. Do some journaling. That may be good. Do some chanting. That may be able to get some of that energy out for you. I think is real. Oh, you're so welcome, Karen. I think that that's something that's going to be very helpful at this week. But just hold patience for yourself. You're going to want to run through this week, but you can't. And so just be patient and kind and loving to yourself and embrace that inner child that's within you. All right. I hope that you have a wonderful week. You can check my website. I did an update. Very excited about it. But a lot of the new offerings that I have through my stand store is now all under my intuitive offerings on my website, AngelaMaclellan.com. A lot easier for you to find what may be there to help support you in your path. All right, I hope that you have a wonderful week. Embrace the eclipse. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you here next Sunday. See you then.